Hello, welcome back. This is Doofus K. Let's play Ag Sim 2013. Just my mic here. And we just finished cultivating, so I will go put this away, and we'll start the planting debacle. I don't know if I explained it in the first episode, but I think we're going to shoot for canola, because that will give us the most amount of money. And as such, we'll be able to do what we want with it. You could do wheat or corn, certainly. But I think for the sake of, well, for the sake of my playing style, I'd rather have extra money. Then we can actually buy the equipment necessary to take care of the animals later on, like the forage wagon and all the other jazz. So like I said, we bought, well, like I said in the previous episode, I bought a bunch of seed. It's in this trailer, so let me take care of that first. We'll go over the equipment after this, and I'm going to sort of take a kind of a similar opinion that, you know, there's good planters and there's bad planters as far as the AI is concerned. Some of them, you know, some of them are too big, and so sort of like the plow and the cultivator with the trailer, like the AI makes a big mess out of it. But we'll go over that here. I don't think there actually is a planter that just mounts onto the back of the tractor, but let's go into the buy menu and we'll figure that out. So we want extension, and then we want seed. Alright, so I've tried, I think, all of these. Now this one is obviously takes the least amount of time because it's huge. This one also works fairly well, 6 meter working width. So this one's really small, only 3 meters. So for some reason, like this one, it's 45,000 for 6 meters, and that one's 70,000. So I don't think we have a choice other than to get this one. So I think we're going to do it. I wonder if I should get a front weight. I'm going to do it without the front weight, I think. So let's get the tractor lined up here. Well, I forgot to start my little timer. I'm going to shoot for about 15-20 minutes, I think, again, like I did last time. It's, I think, a little bit better video length instead of, like, you know, 45 minutes or whatever. I think I'm actually going to combine this and the fertilizing together because there's really no reason for everybody to just sit around waiting for this guy to go. I am going to have the AI do this, so we'll get this started and then we'll cover the fertilizing facts of life here. So to load this automatically, all you do is drive it under the little spout here. You could load it manually if you really cared. I don't want to spend my entire life doing that. So, oops, autosave. So you just left click on the little icon, this is canola, and then we want to fill it, and it'll go boop. And you should be able to tab when you're next to it, and you can see it says 800 out of 800. Now, this is in contrast to this thing. So this is the buy menu. If you go to seed, you know, it says 2,000 liters. Well, that's not 800. So I'm not exactly sure. What is going on? How come I not? So I don't know why those numbers don't match up, but I just don't know. Don't know what to say. So I think we're going to manually drive this thing over there, and then once he's lined up, we'll get going. And we can actually use that small little tractor over there for the fertilizer. It's not super ideal, but we only have about 430,000 left, and I would rather spend that on a bigger combine than have to waste it on another tractor. At this point, anyway. Once you sort of get this whole process figured out, you know, if you're confident that you can redo this field and get some good harvests off of it, then you can buy better equipment. But for the time being, we'll do it this way. So, same thing, go to the C menu and select him. Now it says that he has this sower, if you will. So you just select field, it should say canola, and then you do start. And see, he screwed up already. You can see how this little thing here, so there's already confusion. And it's a good thing I got it in the video. So let's do this over again here. So this is what I went over in some of the previous videos that I did that were a little too long, as I sort of griped about how sometimes the AI drivers get confused about where they're going and what they're doing, and it's almost like they don't understand the status of the field. But I'm not sure. So hopefully this starts to work. Nope. So let's do the first pass manually and see what we can do. Oops. Ah, crap. That's really annoying that if you go into the command menu or whatever, you have to keep on hitting take over. Alright, so I already have the keys set up, I think, for this. Hello, keyboard? Yes, no, maybe so. Let me pause the video and see why my keyboard isn't responding here. Alright, we're back. Had a little bit of a snafu there somehow with my keyboard freaking out about something. So I just started this by hand, and I'm just going to stop here and see if we can't get Mr. Man here to figure out what he's done. So he's going to walk all the way over here and think around, and who knows. And unfortunately, this does happen, you know, after you've gone through all this trouble. Like, the AI driver will sort of just forget about all that he's done, and it's kind of annoying. But hopefully, once we sort of started the field, I did from about here, to, you know, from this here to here. So, all right. So he's in the tractor. He folded it up. Select that field. Start. Alright, let me pause the video again and see what we can figure out here. Alright, well, you get to experience the technical difficulties of this farmer doing stupid stuff. So, what he did was he started up here in this corner, and he's done. So, this is sort of one of the issues, is that for whatever reason, the worker has decided that this is somehow the only part of the field that deserves to be, you know, planted. So, let me just have him go out here on the road again. Or way around again. Well, I guess the proper thing to do would be to pause it, and when I'm done planting it, I will let you know. So I'll be right back again. Alright, welcome back. I finished planting the whole thing. As you can see, did a pretty crap job on the edges here. In fact, on the other end, I forgot to turn it off on one of the rounds, and so, sort of like what I did here on the edge, I seeded this giant half-circle thing on the other side of the field, so Took me a little longer than expected, but it was only about 10 or 15 minutes, so it's not a huge investment of time, especially with that huge planter. I think I've decided that for the purposes of this part of the video, I am just going to skip the fertilizing and the spraying and just see what happens. So what I'll do is I'll save it here, and then, as you can see, I've saved a couple before here. There's even a crash in there too. So what I'll do here is just fast forward time and see what we end up with. I have had some issues with yield being like really low if I do fertilize, and so I'm gonna skip it and see what happens. So 12 days, and you skip days ahead by holding control and then hitting this little sun icon. As you can see, it's December 1st of 2013, not January 12th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that is, and as you can see, the frame rate goes to poop, but that is a fully matured field and ready to be harvested. You can you can actually go too far. Actually, I will demonstrate. And as you can see, the planting job is crap that I did. I missed whole big portions of the field here. Oh, it's raining. I don't think I've ever seen rain in this game. So as you can see, I missed huge portions of the field here. And then this is what happens if you end up planting outside of like where you plowed and where you cultivated, is you get a few plants, but not many. So I'll just demonstrate to you what happens if you skip too far forward. So that's 12 days. 13, so that's a little bit more better. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 30 days is gone. So keep that in mind, is that you can, you know, over mature the field. And then, as I said before, the grass will start to creep back in. So let's just fast forward it a whole bunch here and see what happens. At some point, the grass will start to kind of take over everything again here. Or maybe not. Well, maybe not. I guess I was wrong. In any event, let's load up the previous one here. So it looks like 14 days is sort of the, or actually 13 days, I guess. So it's the first. So that looks like about right. You know, if you go too far, then you've had it. So I guess that sort of dispels the theory that you need to fertilize and spray, because clearly there are no weeds here, and the yield looks pretty good. So I guess I don't understand. There was some mention on the Steam forums that fertilizing and spraying was kind of pointless at this point, and I think that sort of proves that theory correct. So I'll stop the video here. Thanks for joining me. This is DoofusK. Thanks for watching. Leave comments, please.